And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Old World, in the fourth part of the third stream, possibly the last part of the third stream. Well, it will be the last part of the third stream, possibly the last part of the game. Looking at the scoring for the other nations, we do have one that could win if they get 11 more points. So we do need to be aware that we're not necessarily free to win without conflict. Other people may arrive at a state where they're winning. We are not quick enough. One mill per culture level, we can have 2 here. Okay. Don't think it's going to be worth getting some mills. Oh, and we can get water mills on the river. Okay. Which again is going to be 1 per culture level. It's not a bad plan to put it there. Put it there. Mines, quarries, lumber mills. Yeah, so we'll quarry those and we'll lumber mill those too, and we'll get a pretty good combo there. Oh, of course, I don't have the Jewel Soyces, so I can't pull this. No matter what I want to do, can't do. Although we can purge Christianity, which is probably what we built you for. Not close enough for a friendly city to be harvested, okay. That's fair enough, it's pretty far away. I don't blame it. Over there, harvest some crabs. Mostly just food. Probably do with another worker around here. Let's get another worker. Definitely do with another worker over here. Here, I think I'm pretty happy with the number of workers. We've got 2 workers working here. Definitely want walls. Maybe we'll upgrade you to towers. Gotta get you towers there. And there. Yeah, we got lots of stone coming in, but yet still need more stone than we're making. So the farm will be done, then we can start the university, at which point we'll have enough headway that we will complete that, but even if our monarch were to die, 8 towns is, again, going to be the sticking spot on whether or not we can complete with the current ambitions. Sure. Running water! Pre-law engineering replaces philosophy. Means Turpin Wells, which is tempting. Sure. Invest in a sloping vertical well system. Change whatever laws, which is probably fine. Ranger, loyal, herbalist. Meant you to be loyal. Free Legionnaire, not really that worried about it. Infantry square is a little bit tempting. Barding, coinage. We could have coinage done this turn. Have coinage done. There we go, first university. Recommending potentially building the Coliseum, which I could definitely see doing just for the lulz as... Oh, you need a river, that's what I was recommending where it was. Fair enough. Cultural legendary, river, we're Rome, so the Coliseum makes perfect sense to build. Bit expensive, but I think we're in the process to winning, so start building us a Coliseum. And then you go there. Build us a university. 6 turns. Sure, I'm just gonna automate them. At this point, the scouts. I think we'll go with the scouts. I'll keep macroing the boats, but pretty sure we're done with really doing anything with the scouts. Oh, stone is getting so expensive. Oh yes, it's gonna cost 1.2 thousand. You don't have that much. Fair enough. Too many wonders back to back, presumably. Syria is only 8 points off from winning. They probably won't pick that up in however many turns it takes for us to win, but they may, in which case it'll be a little bit disappointing because we're so close to winning. Nope, looking at the recording status. Well, not the recording status, the streaming status. And apparently we got no internet access right now, so Twitch is not saying this. Sorry, Twitch. Citizen the quarry of unearthed and massive stone, Goliath, its size and style suggests a culture with which our scholars are not familiar. Gain culture, or does it work for stone? We'll gain culture. Relevant goods boost. Good boost is tempting because it is 400 of a couple different things. Given the circumstances, yeah, I do goods boost. The internet is trying. Maybe hasn't succeeded yet, but the internet is trying to come back. Start caravan mission. Oh, that's not actually an area controlled by one of our cities right now. It's not an eligible spot to do that in. Yep, at this point we're basically done exploring. That's all the world we're going to find out. The boat's home, call it good. If we just build up the treasury line, some more income that way. Yeah, 5 turns out, universities are done. Will be that ambition. We're now 19 turns out, including the 8 towns. Dinner with rivals. Now known as the Glorious. We control the... Oh, apparently I was missing one. There was an extra one someplace that I wasn't accounting for. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to win. Ask him Assyria, Assyria, ask him... I think Assyria is probably the one we want to keep happy. Escape from the Monterey has made its way to the capital inside a global life. The times we capture some of our city's finest improvements are we're in shambles. Okay. Elegant, frugal, or naturalist. Let's do naturalist. Sure. You guys are going back to ports. Moat. Check, we'll do towers there. And yeah, we win in 4 turns, I believe. And yeah, I don't think Assyria is picking up 7 points in 4 turns, so I'm pretty sure we just need to complete those complete those universities. And even if the current monarch dies, we complete the ambitions at this point. But yeah, I must have missed a city somewhere, or a village somewhere that leveled up quicker than I was planning. Although that works out for me. I had to jinx it. We're now severely ill. We'll see if our current monarch lives to see the end. Final confessions. As you lay on your bed, weakened by the fever and tremors that rack your body, you are visited by a somber procession of family, well-wishers, and state dignitaries. The last of them is Cohen, who stays behind after the others have cleared the room. Gently he asks if you wish to share any past sins, seek redemption in the eyes of God. We are close to death. Okay. That's why this event fired. Must be thorough for him to be completely forgiven. Second-class citizen. Originally different inhabitants of the place have become de facto second-class citizens since our rule began. Our own Roman colonists have adopted a similar, superior attitude towards them, mostly due to inheritance or influence of the ruling Valeri. We've become infamous in this location for haughty attitude. Egyptians seeking resentment in this treatment in both the Egyptian nation and our own Valeris family will be watching the moves carefully. Can they be treated with respect, or we can become cruel in our dying days? We can be cruel. Oh, and that caps out at 200. So we've got the maximum bonus. We could tell them be a bit more respectful to our people, and it wouldn't negatively affect us. So we'll do that option. Death of the Chancellor. We'll choose a new Chancellor. So. Think of our the crabs? Yeah. Oh no, I haven't. We'll harvest them again at least. And we can go back into our town. That's a reasonable place to be positioned. Although actually I should probably position them on the two ports we have, because look at XP there. Oh, it's probably gonna make much of a difference, but so, we're only severely ill, so we might not die. Of course, I've probably said that and jinxed myself. Well, granted, even if we die, we're still winning the game in 3 turns, so... It really comes down to, do we have a new monarch for the last, like, 2 to 3 turns of the game? Got that silk. Ancient statue when Arthur later erected in Florentina has been stolen. Local militia are baffled by the crime. Yeah, send some money to figure out. Expecting monkey. Yeah, it's time to end the monkey business. Oh, I'm not building anything in the No, sands. Bit of a shame then. We can quarry there at least. Okay. That should be enough that I can come here. So we have enough orders, I think we do. Manage luxuries and give it hold of the family here. Get that family up to maximum happiness, just for the lols. There we go. So older families are at 200 opinion or higher. The families all love us, you see. Unhappiness level, I can pass on that. Pick up the cartography. End of the turn. And then, oh, sorry, hit the microphone cord again. Harvested some sheep. So, not this upcoming turn, but the next turn we should win the game. So this I tried to play this as a game where we're a little bit more military focused than we were in the previous one. And in a way that kind of paid off. That allowed us to get a lot more territory. In a way it didn't, because it was just a period there where we're just like, we don't have enough orders. We didn't have enough orders. Now at this point we've just got too many orders. Your doctors and diviners have warned you the end is near. Time to get your affairs in order. You are now doomed. Warriors reach their court. The raiders from distant land are bearing down upon the location. The warriors from beyond the edge of the known world are mercenaries, warning armies who fight for the highest bidder. But an unknown paymaster has directed this force at us. Luckily, loyalty of these troops can be bought, and a number of their commanders have shown themselves to be willing to fight for us against their own in return for steady upkeep. We'll take some horse archers. Oh, I didn't realize they were on right there. Okay. Give the arriving boats a rude awakening by running them straight into Trireme, yeah. Choose production room, grab the treasury for a little more income. That location, forums, sure. Archive. Forum. And then I believe we win on the next turn. So that'll complete the university, complete our ambitions. Awfully close to losing, but close enough that we should win. And I don't know which one's going to apply first. Do we complete the ambition or do we die? Because I think that's what's going to happen. Those two things are going to happen back to back. before technically we get the victory screen. But because the queen is doomed to die. The end is nigh. Oops. We're now known as the Magnificent. We did get the full 10, which does imply this will be kicked in before the queen died. Rome has met the conditions for ambition victory. Choice of legacy. We can continue and achieve multiple different victories. However, the game still ends if a different person completes the game, so we're going to take our victory here. Accept victory and record the game in the Hall of Fame. For the fulfillment of your missions, you and your family leave an everlasting legacy on history. Your family has proven itself as the rulers of Rome and will go down as the greatest dynasty of the old world. Show me how this came to pass. So we had Scipio, the explorer, Queen Cornelia, the warrior, Queen Livia, the warrior, Queen Amelia the New, who was the Grand Vizier who seized the throne in a bloodless coup, Queen Domitia, the architect, King Regent Severus, the ambitious, Queen Domitia the Second, that magnificent, and then King Tiberius just gets to be at the state. He is new, he has not had time to get any personal legacy, but the game is over. He has won. It's kind of the state of affairs there. I'm not sure if there was an easy way for us to check which of the two dynasties he's from. I know this is the first dynasty. Their family stayed royals after they passed. That was a coup, daughter, husband of the daughter, the granddaughter of her. I don't know. I think the law change we made actually may mean that he's actually from the Scipio dynasty, whereas the ones in the middle are not, but it's not super easy to see. You can see us exploring, slowly gaining territory. And yeah, pretty much by the end of the game we had everything explored. Okay, so we can see Egypt basically started off with one city. They were the other person that was struggling. They only started with one city. The two sort of leaders here started off with 3. Why they were ahead of everyone. You can see their expansion. Oops. I clicked out of it somehow. Okay, I clicked out of that menu somehow when I wasn't intending to. Can I bring that back up? Yep, there we go. So don't right-click that, please go away. And obviously at some point I think, yeah, we can see the people that are potentially about to win, the Assyrians, did actually wage war on the other big person, taking some of their stuff, which is one of the reasons they were in a state to potentially win. And had we left them alone, they probably would have won. So we were definitely at the point where we either had to complete our ambitions and win, or move against the Assyrians. We didn't really have much more choice there. Show me how history will remember these times. We were second in national wealth, first in population, So apparently our cities were denser than Assyria, but not by much. Egypt was actually wealthier than us. Assyria had more specialists. Assyria had more workers. We were actually pretty down in the military units, because we weren't really... We arrived at the conclusion we didn't necessarily have enough orders. No one had any mercenaries. Mercenary tribe units. Excuse me. I had a mercenary, at least. Units lost. Apparently, we did a very good job at not losing units. We lost a total of 3. Military units killed. We killed 47, so we lost 3 to 47. That's pretty good combat odds. Cleared 6 camps. Only Assyria did more than us. Laws adopted. We actually adopted tied for last with 7. We had the most technologies researched. The 3rd longest reign, so Egypt... Ramses II of Egypt, who was the first ruler of Egypt, lived a very long time at 78 years. He had one of the smallest courts. Scored the most ruins, though not by very many. Second in improvements, although not far behind first. We controlled the most wonders at 3. And we can go poke through all these. If you want to see these, let me know. I can always make a short video fucking through them all. Okay. I'm not done with my story. We're going to press this so I can put a save in so that I can come back and find that if you want to see that. Oh, I'm not actually sure if that... Bring that event back up. We'll put a save in here anyway. Save as... This is run to stream 3 final. Victory. I can quickly load up the autosave from the previous turn, I think, and we can save there as well in case I'm not able to bring that up. Struggling a bit. But yeah, that was the run. We're just basically trying to load up the previous turn so we can have a save in case we want to get back to that menu, in case you want to see it. If you're watching on Twitch and there's anything you want to see, now's a good time to leave a comment letting me know. If you're watching on YouTube and you want me to see want me to explain any of the things of the game that we did in the game, or want to see any of the menus that I didn't want to go look at, feel free to let me know. I can always make it short with it. This second run was pretty fun, although definitely struggling a little bit with orders. I think, well, being Rome definitely helped with moving the army around, allowing us to be very, very focused with our military units is maybe a good way. That's why one of the reasons we had the fewest number of military units. Yeah, this is the turn right before we won. Put a save here as well. Stream 3, turn before victory. Granted, the other thing, of course, with Rome is Rome gets one more move before your units exhaust by default. So we were definitely able to go through orders like gangbusters. So if you're playing militaristic like that on, I think, any other nation, we wouldn't go through orders quite that badly. As a side effect, however, our units wouldn't be able to move quite so far. It's kind of the trade-off there. Yeah, is there anything you want me to show off stats-wise, rather than the last record screen? Or in our dynasty here? Actually, can I find the dynasty? Yeah. So where is the person who came to the throne who would have been the heir apparent? Yes, so we were, I think, back in the Scipio dynasty. So, on the victory turn, we went from King Scipio, and okay, at some point we somehow defected over to this other food family, but on the very last turn, we get back. Prince Tiberius. What is that? Daughter. 1, 2. So great son, great grandson of Scipio. Rules on the very last turn is how we ended up ending the game there. I suppose from this screen we can change the laws if we wanted to be different laws, like seniority, oldest dynasty, inherits. We got swapped to dynastics. That's why we went back to that one. Lateral, some siblings inherit before children. Youngest child inherits. Oldest child inherits. I suppose if you ended up in a situation where you were off on a Grand Vizier and you wanted to get back to the original family, dynastic is the quickest way probably back. Oldest direct line from the founder inherits. So, the coup line was not the direct line from the founder, obviously, which is why we bounce over to Prince Tiberius here at 44. Somewhat surprised it did not jump to Duke Publius here, who's apparently second line. I guess the way it tracks is a little bit weird. Oldest direct line. Yeah, I would have assumed that would have been the direct line, but... Although it's probably going from the most recent founder queen, right? So it's going from Queen Livia here instead of Cornelia. That makes sense. Okay. But yeah, that's the run. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to leave the stream for about a minute after ending the video for YouTube. Sorry, YouTube, a bit of a short video today, but that's where the run ends. So, Old World is done. I think we're going to go back to Strategic Command and flip and play from the other side on Strategic Command World War I. So I hope you enjoyed this run in Old World Rome. If you want to see another run in Old World, feel free to let me know and give me a suggestion on which dynasty you'd like to see if you're watching on YouTube. We won't do the next run right away because again, I think I'm going to go do Strategic Command World War I for the next stream of this. But if you've got suggestions on what you'd like to see dynasty-wise, feel free to let me know. I suppose... Let's go out to the main menu. I can show this better on the main menu. I can show everyone all the different nations and dynasties here before I end the video. If you would like to suggest a different dynasty, and New Game is probably the easiest place to show that, yeah. So we got Ascum, Syria, Babylonia, Carthage. We probably won't do Egypt. We've already done Egypt in the previous run. Well, if we were to do Egypt, we'd definitely do one of the different dynasties. So Khufu, Merenith, Menhotep, Akhenaten, or Ramses, right? We'd definitely do one of the other ones if we were to do Egypt again. We just did Rome. We did Scipio. We could definitely do like Romulus or Marius or Sulla, Caesar, Augustus, or Agrippa, right? But yeah, we've got Ascum. We could do any of the ones from Ascum. You can probably look these up on the wiki. Probably has these as well, I suspect. Or we could do Assyria, and these are the leaders for Assyria. Or Babylonia. Carthage has a fairly small selection of Carthage, but Carthage has some ability to hire mercenaries from the tribes, for example, so they can definitely get some interesting ways to play. There's Greece, so we got Philip, Ptolemy, Leonidas, Pericles, and Alexander. Or we can do Hatti. Kush. And or Persia, right? So Cyrus, Darius, Shapur. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that. But so we got lots of different choices. In theory, we could let the game choose for us, or we could pick our nation when we settle the first city. Probably not the options we want to pick, but we could do those. But yeah. So if you got a suggestion on what you'd like to see for the next run of Old World, feel free to let me know. If you're watching on YouTube. But yeah, I think tomorrow we should probably have the first part up for Strategic Command World War I as the Entente, which we'll probably decide we'll play next. Game we'll play next in this setting. Spot. Let me bring up the schedule so I can suggest what the schedule is going to be looking like over the next couple turns. So we just finished Old World up today. Tomorrow will be Victoria 3. We'll continue the Qing run, the China run. Friday will be Shadow Empire. Saturday will be Terra Invicta. And Sunday, I think we'll be going back to Strategic Command World War I. So by the time you're watching this, this part should be specifically going up on Tuesday. So you can be expecting your Strategic Command World War I part to be going up tomorrow. And if you can't wait, the streams do stay up for 14 days over on Twitch. You can sneak over to Twitch if you're watching on YouTube. You're watching on Twitch, that's the upcoming schedule. Because we did have the internet dropped out in the middle of the stream. I'm not sure if people are watching. But yeah, if you're watching on Twitch and you want to leave a comment for in the stream, I'll leave the stream up for about a minute after I end the YouTube recording. And this is where I'm going to go and end the YouTube recording. So if you're watching YouTube, I hope you have been enjoying. Until next time, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. And bye for now.